The Triad's #1 news, WXII 12 News, with Cameron Kent, Talitha Vickers, and Chief Meteorologist Lainey Pope.
North Carolina Attorney General Roy Cooper says he will no longer defend the state voter ID law in court because it was struck down by federal judges. Now, his office says its lawyers will not pursue appealing the law requiring voter identification to vote, as well as other restrictions. Cooper's decision will not stop appeals because Governor Pat McCrory and other GOP legislative leaders are using their own attorneys. Now, McCrory did criticize Cooper, saying that he is failing to do his job. An appeals court determined last week that the law was passed with, quote, discriminatory intent.
And it's amazing that the Attorney General will not fulfill the responsibility of his oath of office to defend our laws of North Carolina. And we're very disappointed to hear that that's, again, his office is not willing to do his job. In fact, I question whether he should even accept a paycheck from the state of North Carolina.
Cooper held an event later in the day, and we are still waiting to see if he plans to respond to the governor's criticism. Caught on camera, employees barely escaped an armed robbery at a Texas grocery store. As you see here, 3 armed men entered the grocery store and shot into the ceiling, sending people scattering throughout that store. Well, the worker there locked himself in a back room and later opened up the door to let another cashier in. Less than a half second later, 2 of the robbers reached the counter and tried to unlock the door. The employee says 2 bullets passed right by his face when they shot at the door.
I was just down on the floor, crawling back and forth, just thinking that if I'm lucky enough, dodge the bullet.
The 3 suspects left after none of them could open that door. Police are still searching for them at this hour. Authorities in Maryland say officers killed an armed woman yesterday after a shootout that also wounded a 5-year-old boy. Police say they were serving an arrest warrant to a man and woman when Curran Gaines opened the door, pointing a gun at them. The officers retreated and began negotiating with Gaines.
There were times when we thought this would come to a peaceful resolution, closure. There are other times that she was highly agitated.
Officers fired at Gaines when she threatened to shoot members of the tactical team and later shot at them. Authorities say that they are unsure who shot the boy, but he is expected to recover.
The flu vaccine's effectiveness could be tied to your weight. That's according to new information from researchers at St. Jude's Children's Hospital. That study tested the flu vaccine on obese mice, and they found that the overweight mice were more likely to develop the flu than leaner mice. Scientists say that future studies could determine if the same is true for humans.